Hey guys, this is Collector Dude again. I'm going to do the part 2 of Justice League Unwrapped by Jim Lee. So this is where I ended off at. This is the last page for when Victor got hit by the mother box. It's like, ow. The energy is going to burn him all up and then change his body. But look at the pencils. Look at all the doggone detail. It's like, wow. You see where he shades everything. Cool. Just that one page there. This is the cover for book 2 or 3. Not sure what issue this is. It's beautiful though. And there's some quick sketch in there, line work. Okay, here we go here. Just all the detail. Look at all the time it takes to do that. Like to draw the different textures and everything, like the leather. There's ways to draw leather, make it look like leather or cloth. And shadowing. There's all the detail and it's just really cool. Part 3, this will be book 3. And beautiful Diana. Leaves in the background, just everything. When you pick your setting, where you want them to be, like the city street here, this is really cool. And the upshot, like everybody in the background. She's got a bird, a dove, or a pigeon, I'm not sure what, on her shoulder. Cool. In here. See, that's cool. He made this all black here. And this looks like this one page, what they must have got it inked before they got a chance to copy it. Copy the pencils. And detail in the building. This is pencils for this. Yeah, the Justice League War movie there. This is what they used this for. Or based it on this story here. It was good. You see inked part of it and that part of it black and white were pencils. Cool. Detail in the building. Whoa. And parademons. They're coming. Whoa. Look at a building. Like, wow. I mean, I've drawn buildings and everything, and you just take the time and figure out what you want in it. Look at the architecture. Everything, how the windows are put together, how the columns are, the way the apex of the roof and everything, how it looks underneath there. Everything, just how to make a level. Like the levels, like the window here, and then each story for the building. Really cool, and the columns look cool. Somebody's gonna ink that. Scott Williams. You can see the shadowing, the shading, and everything. More detail. Over here. Wow. They're gonna make him better than he was. Better, stronger, faster. Well, that's $6 million man. You can imagine something like that happening, and you have the ability to help, and in whatever situation, you just think about it just helping. It's like, and then coming to grips with what you did afterwards. Like, wow. And then Victor and his dad fought for a little bit about that. Like the early issues with George Perez and Marv Wolfman doing them. Everything was good, and he got to talk to his dad and work it out with his dad before he passed. I think in the new series and continuity and everything, he's still alive. Cool. I'm not sure. I think that's a whole page there. Yeah. Look at that. Just to draw the whole scene. So let me get over here and get closer so you can see this. And Superman tearing up. The Flash is Batman. And see, this looks like it's a lot loose, very loose here. It's not really tight pencils, but and then more work for Scott Williams to ink it, but he's been working on Jim Lee's artwork for years, so he knows exactly what he's doing here. What's going to be light, what's going to be explosions and stuff like that, what's going to be fast motion and everything, like him here and then here, moving really quick. Jim's got an awesome style. See, light on the detail, they're further back and everything. You forgot what he's going to do if he added anything. And then Green Lantern here with a spinning hammer, sledge. Cool. I'm still talking about Batman doesn't have any powers. And then in the one alternate story with Batman is a vampire, that was a really good story. And Superman was born by Mexican immigrants or raised by Mexican immigrants, and that Wonder Woman was from what was it, the Eternals side or something like that. That was a different story. They're like an Elseworld story. For DC, you got to check that one out too. Cool. But Superman was General Zod's son in that one, from his DNA, and not Jor-El. He said he was raised by Mexican immigrants. It was a really cool story, everything, and they were kind of on the verge of being just vigilante villains, and everything, trying to do good, but they just would take it too far. Everything. It's a pretty wild story. You gotta check it out. I can't remember the name of it though, but they made action figures of them and everything. Right offhand, it's just one of the DC movies. They're really good. Wow. Superman takes the tire and throws it, and wow. Details. I gotta get him. Because that would be all black there. You can see the detail in that. And the cool machinery. There's a lot going on. He drew a lot of stuff going on. No open backgrounds, nothing. Just so much stuff going on. It's like the detail and to tell the story. Oh boy. Whoa. Wonder Woman coming in. Let's see what's going on over here. Her foot, or sword. And her foot taking out parademons. Look at the detail. Imagine if you had to ink this. If you could take this and make a copy of it and try to ink it and practice inking this. Look at all the glass and the brick and everything. Whatever that is, just metal breaking. It's probably more like glass or metal to break like that. It'd be different. Like that's another thing too. Like knowing when you're drawing something, whether somebody hits a steel beam or a brick wall, how to make the chips shatter and powder, and whether the metal is just going to bend or break or something like that and snap, or whether how the glass is going to shatter. Everything what it does when you're drawing it. Make sure you do accurate physics things, like what's going to happen when somebody jumps. Right in physics now, you might play around with those with superhero stuff, but how things crack and shatter or tear. He's really cool. You got to know what you're doing when you're drawing this stuff. I mean, sometimes like when people look at it, they know what they're doing, or they know what something's supposed to look like, or if they deal with something like how you hold a gun, or how you throw a baseball or a football, or how you catch something, or how you drive a truck or whatever. If you don't draw it right or do a little bit of research, people call you on it sometimes, or they just let it go and don't worry about it. Or how you hold a sword, stuff like that. But a little bit of research helps. There's some people like to really call you out on stuff. And let's see, Superman, you're strong. I know. Cool, that's a lot of detail. And this is funny. Dibs. You got to see the movie. It was funny in that too. Shazam was in it as well, with his little adolescent mind, how he was going after Wonder Woman too, trying to be cool. And Darkseid knocked him out. When Darkseid showed up, that was cool. Gonna save his son there physically. It's like, wow. Details. Cool. Okay, what we got here? Whoa. That's cool. The mind of Victor there, connected to the mother box and his Darkseid. Kind of like a connection like with Lord of the Rings or something like that with Bilbo. When he put the ring on, you could see the eye of Sauron. You see, you kind of get a mixed up. You say Saruman or Sauron. That's cool. Is this Aquaman coming out? I'm not sure what this is. Oh, look how huge that is. Because if they're that small, wow, that's the water. Boom. There we go. There he is. I see the new Francesco Mattina cover. He put out, he looks more like the movie version. You got him with the black hair and everything. It looks cool with all the sharks and everything around. That's a cool cover. I put them in my mailbox at Midtown Comics, but I'm not sure if they're still going to be there. I was waiting to hold them. Hopefully they'll still be there and I can buy them. I just love that. I love his artwork and his covers. Wow, he messed him up. Yeah, that's cool. And Jim Lee drew a little bit more jewelry or ornate armor on him. Everything. I'm glad they're doing in the movie. They're putting more back to the comic book where they're making them orange and green. That's cool. I wonder what they would have done if they'd have gave do more blonde hair in the movie. And his name is escaping my mind right now. But if they'd have gave him more blonde hair, made him look more like this, it might have been cool. Here we go. What's this one here? Wow. So that looks cool how they do the detail and the little mist and electrical stuff coming off. Just like draw the lines and then erase it and smear it, or just draw the lines in there, knowing exactly what he's doing. Could be part of erasing and part just drawing little lines in there and squeezing them in, knowing that he's got this to make. That's cool. Most of his body was away and he's all robotic now. Cool. Oh, still got the special effects in there. Scree. Coon. They're coming in. Wow. Where he lost control, like he did it in the act. They did it in the movie as well, where the armor would just act on its own. Whoa. Kind of like Blue Beetle does. Looks like the Stranger Things creature. Look at himself in the mirror. Cool. Well, see, continue. I'm just amazed at the detail. Even the rubble and everything looks cool. More detail. Cool. And see, even in the pencil version, look how it looks like it shines. That's really cool. Panoramic shot. That's a challenge. More parademons. Did anybody collect the heroes? I mean, the action figures that came out from this? I wanted to get them. I'd like to get like 20 parademons or something like that, but they were like $20 each. I was like, wow. Yeah. This is what he can do. Wow. Look at all the sharks. Wow. Not just for posing, but for sticking. Wow. A lot of detail. Just imagine trying to ink it. I guess with practice, with knowing how Jim draws, Scott knows what to do. There's so much going on. Wow. More detail. Awesome. Like I said, there's so much to look at. Okay, Victor's on the scene. You're getting connected to the mother box here. Imagine seeing these pages like before they were inked. I mean, I wonder if Scott gets awed every time he gets a page to ink, and if he inks like digitally or on a light table or something like that, so he doesn't ink the actual pages. But from what the earlier pages we saw, it looks like some of the pages were inked before they were able to make copies of them for this book. So he might just ink the original pages, because I know some people probably I don't know if they just light table everything and then keep the original pencils original and they don't go over top of them at all, or not, and just leave the pencils. I'm sure you can do that, but or if it's better just to just ink the original artwork and not try to save the pencils. I guess if you're unsure with yourself or something like that, you don't want to ruin the pencils, you might be able to light table them or something like that. Put them on a light table and trace them, and then leave the pencils alone. This is a lot going on here. Wow. That's got to be a boom tube. Who's coming through? I wonder who's coming through. Let's see. Whoa. Gotta turn that one. Dark side. Wow. I wanted to get this action figure when it came out, and it was like 90. I got down, it was like it's a 12-inch or more inch tall action figure. And I got a chance to get it for $45 on Amazon, and I passed it up. I didn't buy it right away. And it was on there for a few months, like for 45 bucks. And I was like, I don't know if I can splurge that right now. I was saving money back then. Now you can't even touch it for that unless you find it at a garage sale or something like that. A beautiful action figure, because it's like huge. I think they got others, but that one was nice. That's cool. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop it though. But let me turn that back around. I'm going to stop it right there, and I'll do some more videos later. But thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day. Collector Dude is out. I'll be doing part 3 soon. Okay, bye-bye.